Let's talk natural deodorants. So what's the number one thing we're avoiding in deodorants is aluminum. Well, at least for me, that's the ingredient because dementia and Alzheimer's runs in the family, and there have been some studies that link aluminum consumption to that condition. So finding the right one for you is a journey. It is not a destination, meaning you got to give it time. For everyday consumption, I use Each and Every. I don't have a discount code with them, and they're a little bit on the pricey end. I landed on that one after trying many others. Like, this was the first brand I tried. It's an actual crystal that when you open it up, it's dry. You wet it, and then you rub it on your pits, and it works pretty well. But I was getting annoyed with the extra step of having to wet the crystal and then apply it. I tried the Tom's brand. I didn't like it. I ended up smelling worse. And this is the one thing that I will say is that natural deodorants, they work with your natural body's pheromones, hormones, all that stuff. And so sometimes it can have an opposite reaction and you'll end up stinky. So yeah, it's a lot of trial and error, but just be patient. This is the same brand of crystal, but except it's a liquid roll-on. This is what my husband uses. Dr. Teal's is pretty good if you're not going to have a high stress day. And how can you predict that, right? Stress will release a whole other funky dynamic, and that's why I love using Arm & Hammer. Their aluminum-free natural deodorant is really, really good, especially for like those when I have a speaking engagement or something that's high pressure, I use this. Now remember, these guys are deodorants. They are not antiperspirants. That means they stop you from sweating. I have yet to try a deodorant that is natural and aluminum free that stops you from sweating altogether. But at the same time, I just think to myself, your body is meant to release toxins in that way. I ain't gonna interrupt nature in her process. Something that's completely normal is that you will find a brand that works really well with your body chemistry, and you will use it for a couple years or so, and then you're back at square one because you notice that you're getting a little funky and you got to go back on your expedition for finding the right natural deodorant. So far, Each and Every has worked well for me for the last 2.5 years, and I have my kids using it. My husband started using it, it was working well, and then he ended up having to go back to Crystal. But that's part of the process. I hope this is helpful. If you enjoyed this and you want to know how I'm doing other toxic product swap outs, let me know in the comments.